Hello there. I think we are live, and hopefully everything should be working. My voice should hopefully be going clear through. Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's show. If you are watching, as always, let me know that you are here. Just say hello in the chat. It's not that you have to, but it's just nice for me to know who's kind of watching, and then I can address various things. Tonight's show is gonna be great. We're gonna be making some guns, which is kind of neat because I don't get to make guns that often. It is kind of this weird thing that like guns are kind of fun to make, but I always find myself making something else, and I thought it'd be nice today to make some of those things. Hello and welcome everybody. I'll probably also be putting on some music at some point, so just let me know if the music is too loud or too low. It's a little bit hard for me to regulate exactly the volume of it, but I will get the hang of it over time. But just be my eyes and ears. That'd be great. Thank you very much. So if you're new to the show or new to me streaming or whatever, then the way it works is that we're gonna go on for 2 to 3 hours or something like that. I'm just gonna be making something, and feel free and be very welcome to join in the chat and ask questions, ask anything you want. About what I'm making or about just whatever, you know. Let's hopefully have a good and cozy time. And then around the 1 hour mark or something, we usually take a 5-minute break, which will look like this. That's what that will look like. Yeah, so I'm gonna switch over to my screen. I'm gonna say hi to some of the people in the chat. I can see that Plexiglass is there. I can see that Rob C is there. I can see how Victor Sobrino is there. The best, if that refers to me, then it's a heart, or maybe you're referring to yourself. Also, gotta love yourself. It's all good. And Schultz Division is here. Hey. I'm gonna switch over to the screen. So we're gonna be making guns, and for making guns tonight, I've been warming up a little bit just in Blender, making some stuff. And you would think that if you have to make guns later, then making guns would be a really good idea, and that would have been a good idea. But that's not what I did. Instead I was making this, which is like one wheel, you know, and yeah, that's been pretty fun. I kind of imagining, you know, I got this world that I'm building called Black Horizon, which is like a sci-fi universe. And if you have a sci-fi universe, you gotta have some futuristic racing kind of thing, and you don't want to do something that's derogatory of pod racers, but that's secretly that's what everyone wants to do, is they want to do pod racing, or something along those lines, just something with speed, or you know, something that looks really speedy in that sense. So I thought, you know what, mono wheels are kind of cool, and I was always thinking about having mono wheels in the world, but maybe here, you know, like the guy's looking and they're like, how does he see anything? Oh, there's a big screen, or maybe it's something with goggles or something. It's not quite done yet, but I'm kind of liking the overall vibe of the thing here. I tried out with like lots of different colors, and maybe I want to do like kind of branding on the thing, but I think it's a little bit out of universe having branding and stuff on them, but this does feel kind of cool. So this was a good warm-up. What's the surface of the vehicle? So basically it's a Voronoi texture that's being gradiated from left to right, and then over here on the left side, wherever in between the stuff, it's like kind of matte plasticky, but then over here it's like metallic, like all the golden stuff is kind of metallic, and it gives us this quite unique feel, and stuff like that. Let's see what it looks like without the dude. Yeah, so I'm still need to do some pedals and lots of things here and there, but I'm getting the big shapes carved in. This needs a little bit also here. You know, I got some stuff like this kind of. Also a model like this inside. Yeah, I'm kind of imagining it's a big, you know, kind of electric motor that's driving the whole thing on the outside. and that's kind of what we're seeing, hinting right there. Maybe not the best thing to have exposed, but it's a nice thing to just hint at what's actually going on underneath. So yeah, so that's kind of also looks kind of cool like this, but you know, there can be different variants, and then the idea is that, you know, I'm imagining kind of being like Formula One or something like that, you know, those kinds of racing things where you bet or you sponsor a certain thing, but maybe the sponsorships are shown in a different way, or you own a racer or something like that. The seat is not super futuristic, it's kind of basic, but I like the idea. And then it could be cool to have, you know, like a race in a race as in like a sporting race somewhere that that's more like a low tech kind of junk death race kind of version of it, where you have maybe these like bigger, more monster trucky looking things with a little bit of like with a Mad Max vibe, and they kind of do their scuffed version of the race. This is kind of more the premium high end kind of stuff. And then, you know, like with Formula One and stuff, they tour the world and those kinds of things. So that's the monowheel. What is being written here in the thing? Shaden is also here. Hello, welcome to the thing. Sheriff in Nottingham, it's dripped out. Yep, it's totally dripped. Dope. Cheers. Plexiglass, cool AF. Yes, 100%. I wish monowheel. I mean, they do exist. Monowheels do exist. You know, there are cases of monowheels out there. You can even see people riding them, but they're incredibly hard to steer. But they do exist. You know, but they're not a common thing, if that's what you mean, right? But they exist. You know, like they've been existing since the 30s or something. Like this. This one's particularly cool because the guy inside kind of like he flips left and right. There's these smaller ones. Kind of interesting. This one is kind of cool. It's a bit closer to what I got going on. This one's also really cool. He's got this big tire, and he's just rolling around in it like that. So that's kind of cool. But they're not a common thing, and I think actually with you know, some artificial intelligence and some automatic stabilizer stuff, I think we could actually give a little bit of rebirth to the monowheels. This one's also crazy. This one's super big. Look at that. That is super funny. Alf 14, wow, cool. Cheers. Schulstation, have you seen the speeder bike James Burton is building on speeder bike? I've seen the speeder bike. James. Oh right. Yeah, James Burton. Yes. I have seen the one with the omnidirectional wheels, and he's kind of made it into like a Star Wars speeder. Yeah, this one. I've seen this one. It's great. It didn't ride that well. If you haven't seen the video, then it didn't ride that well. I love watching this kind of videos, like stuff where people are trying to reinvent a way of doing something. So James Burton, he's cool. I just saw this like offset wing or something playing at this one. So basically the theory, like if you have this like the wings like that, then can it still fly? And it can, and it flies super well because it has nothing to do with the symmetry like of the plane. That has some other advantages, but basically you can do it like this and it flies just fine. So that's kind of funny. And then there's also Tom Stanton, I think. Tom Stanton, yeah, he's doing this really cool project right now with like flying a plane powered by air, and he's making tiny micro improvements to like an air engine. Super fun stuff. Either way, guns. That's what we're doing. We're doing some guns, and we're just gonna jump straight into Blender and then do guns. And we are gonna make sure to save for the sake of everyone here. I will tell you that I worked on this basically for like maybe 3 hours or something today, and I didn't save until right before the stream. So that's good. I will kick on some music and then we'll just get into it. And let me know. Please let me know if you can't hear the music, or if it's too loud or too low or anything like that. So that's what it is. Then I will adjust. Let's see here, and I'll give you some reference with my voice here, so you can level out the things in your head. Let's get this stuff here. And we're gonna remove all that stuff. That sounds great. Then I'm just gonna do that. Jump over to this here. I'm just gonna save. I'm just gonna make the gun inside of the scene. So, making a gun, there's a lot of ways of doing it. If you wanted to do something really sleek and something really nice, then I recommend using the software called Plastic or Plasticity or whatever it's called. It's called Plastic. It's a paid software, but it's like a CAD software. Plastic. I'm just searching plastic on YouTube. Yeah, Google, that doesn't work. 3D CAD. No. Is it called Plastic with a Q? Plasticity, is that what it's called? Yeah, Plasticity, that's what it's called. And it's
hey guys, Plasticity 1.
Let's see here if, and it's this kind of software. You can like do smart intersections and things like this. It's basically a CAD software for artists, and it's very good for hard surface things. And you can still do a lot of these things in Blender, but if you want to do something proper with like really clean topology and those kinds of things, then Plasticity or CAD or other softwares like it are your friend. But we're stuck with Blender, so we're just gonna make a new collection, call it weapon, and then we're gonna try to figure out what it is we're making. I think we are gonna be making a like a handgun or like a rifle. What do you guys think? A handgun or a rifle? A handgun or oh shit! I just punched the microphone. So I'm gonna have to turn the music down for myself now a little bit too distracting. There we go. The instant Legolas. Ooh, okay. We're gonna be doing. Okay, actually, should we do like a bolt action rifle? So not the traditional bolt action rifle, but a rifle that shoots bolts, kind of like the instant Legolas. I mean, the instant Legolas is a bow, but we could do something that shoots bolts. That's kind of interesting. Let's do that. So, we're doing the rifle. It's all good. So, when I design a gun, then I don't really want to do just shapes. You know, you could do that. You could be like, oh, this here's a shape, and then this will look good, and this kind of stuff. And we could do that. But I like just thinking. I like thinking about the functionality, and then we figure out which shapes coordinate well with that functionality. So let's say the things we have right now is that we have a bolt like this. There we go. We have some kind of bolt. For some reason we have a bolt. And we're gonna taper that bolt somehow. And then exactly what this head will look like, we don't know yet, but this is our starting point. You know what bolt I always loved? So in Half-Life 2, the having the crossbow and then the iron bars for shooting the bolt, I loved that. A needle launcher. Well, this is gonna be a bolt somehow. So we have a bolt. We need to have some way of storing those bolts and we have some way of like launching the bolt. Let's start with thinking about the launching mechanism. So we could have something like a railgun where we have kind of batteries flinging it. We could also have something that maybe stores energy in a different way, kind of like a crossbow, but maybe a different kind of things. Maybe something where you compress. So you take two magnets, right, and then you compress them. So two opposite magnets that want to repel each other, but then you compress them, and then you're storing a little bit of energy by overcoming that like magnetic field. Then when you let go of it, it flings back. Maybe we have something like that. It probably in reality wouldn't give us that much energy, but we make whatever. But maybe it has this like thing that is like it's a pump almost, like you're squeezing together, and then that releases the energy. Could be something like that, where we do that, and that could kind of be hinted in the mechanism. So we need something that flings the thing, like a catapult, and then something else comes down. So maybe we have some kind of like a catapult like this, and let's see. So this is gonna be this like cart that the thing is gonna fly on, and then there is, you kind of want to pull it all the way back, so maybe we want to pull this whole thing back. So maybe you load the bolt mechanism, like the, so maybe you pull, well, maybe this is the thing you pull back. So maybe there's a hammer on it or something like this, and you want to pull that one back. Maybe pull it back by having a rod like this, and then you have like a thing kind of like a shotgun, and then we want to load in the magnets, load in the bolts, and we can just have a magazine or something, right, that loads in the bolts. It could be, it kind of makes sense to me that the bolts would come from the top, because we got this loading mechanism in the bottom that feels natural. You're kind of like drawing this thing back, and then and it's probably not that the force you apply is enough, but maybe there's a assisting thing. Belt fed bolts. If we got something like that, then we got maybe like a transparent housing, and then we could have all the bolts in here. And then we could have some kind of thing going on like that. This could be off to the side. Could be kind of interesting. It'll probably change a fair bit, but at least I got an idea of how this stuff kind of works. Okay, let's try this. I don't need the sketch, I just need it in my head so I can start actually making this nice. Once again, let me know if the music is completely awful or anything like that. Okay, so how I want to start this out is probably by blocking out the big shapes first. So let's imagine that there's some kind of chamber here for this bolt, like that. Then maybe there's some kind of barrel, maybe small barrel that's coming out there. And here we can allow ourselves to think a little bit about just shape. But I do also want our shapes to be informed by the things that we know. Like that. So maybe we get something like this. Then we can have this full by. Maybe we have that same thing where the bolt gets heated up or something happens to the bolt and then it gets launched. That could give us a little bit of extra stuff. And I kind of want to do a symmetrical gun now that I'm seeing this. So maybe I can do something that's a little bit more. Oh, maybe like this, and then the thing kind of gets funneled down like this. Yeah, I kind of like that. These bolts are also kind of big. I'll just reduce that in size a little bit here. And then bring that in here, like that. Then we'll take this and just... I like having stuff, you know, decide what the shapes are gonna be instead of just making a shape. It's if you watched my streams, then you probably noticed that that's how I do a lot of the things. Is that all these things are the ones that are defining the things. Okay, and down here we're gonna have some kind of mechanism here. It's actually gonna be tricky to make. I haven't quite made anything like this before, where I think it'd be really cool if the mechanism is very, very clear that the mechanism is what the mechanism is. Selection there, like that. So that's gonna be like our little hammer thing, and then we'll have this rail or something that this thing is on. And then we'll have some kind of bolt or some kind of pump action thing going on. Let's see, like that. And then we need, you know, this thing is going to be pushing that whole thing back. That's kind of what I'm imagining. And then it kind of slams that way. So we need, okay, actually that's going to be kind of interesting because it has this functionality. Then we need to pull this whole thing. Wait, I'm gonna to pull this whole thing back. Wait, so you're holding it like this properly, and then you're pulling all these things back, or maybe it's like a side thing. You're pulling it back and then because you kind of want, is that a good way of pulling it back, or would you rather pull what you're holding back? So you're holding it and then maybe you're pulling the, oh, that's like a bow. Oh yeah, that's like but it's like a bow gun maybe. So you're kind of like and then letting go, and then what happens to the gun? Because it doesn't slam back in with your hand. That would be ridiculous. It's actually interesting what to do here. So these are the things where you have to kind of solve. You're holding it, and then it does feel right to do this, and then you kind of want to let go. It's a little bit like, but the crossbow, you're loading it and then you re-grip it. But I kind of want to do that you hold the grip the same way the entire time. So maybe this way of like, and then you can kind of let go, and then it shoots. Then maybe you bring it back in, and then no, that doesn't work. This is hard. Because if I just do it here like the pump action, then you have to bring that in. And then bring it in. But I kind of want to do it more like you're holding it like this, and then you're pulling back, and then you're. Oh, okay. Then maybe you're like, yeah, it is integral, making gun sounds. Okay, so I have an idea now. So we're pulling it back, right? So imagine that you're pulling the entire part with the handle and stuff. You're pulling that back to arm it, right? Then when you click the trigger, then the handle stays where it is, and the thing moves forward and launches the thing. But then when you push the handle forward again, that's what reloads the bolt. Right, so it's like arm, trigger, shoot, handle, push handle forward, new bolt is loaded, pull it back again, you know. So it kind of has a little bit like a flow. So it's a little bit like an instant Legolas in that sense, because you also have to Is that maybe Will Joan, or would you own? Maybe that's the thing I was just describing. That's the same thing that you're suggesting there. But that's good, because then it just means we have the things to worry about. So this actually doesn't pump anything. I would need a place for the handle also. Let's see here. That's the thing with like really thinking about the mechanisms. You'll just get, because now I have all this information now to use to design the actual thing that I wouldn't have had if I didn't try that, or if I didn't think about it like that. Okay, so this thing, that's where you're going to be holding, and then you pull it back. Maybe move this forward a little bit. It kind of looks like a water gun right now, but that's okay. So that thing, then maybe what it's pulling into is, so I'm gonna have to have this kind of thing as a wrapper there, and I really want that thing to be bigger, but we'll figure that out. There. So if I do this, then it's like I pull this back, and there's obviously going to be some kind of thing happening there. Oh, we need that little hammer bit that's going to come with us here. So pull that back while you're holding over here. Then the trigger, if you release the trigger, let's say this is the trigger release, then that slams forward. Okay, I just want to create the counter mechanism here. Let's see here. So this is kind of the big counter thing that it's gonna push it forward or something. Thanks, Schultz. I'm glad I'm making Nerf guns over here or something like that. You know, that's just what I'll do if this line of work doesn't work out. Then I'll just be making Nerf guns or something like that. Then we need. Yeah, we'll just have it like that. Okay, so then we need this thing. Oh, I guess there's plenty of space here then. Let's do this. Oh, we could have this thing also. Wonder how uncomfortable this thing would be, but I can always hit you with no save. Yeah, I'll save now. Control S for your sake. There you go. The first save of the day. Probably the last save of the day. Well, this is the most important step. We have the version that, you know, is something. Okay, so then I can actually potentially animate this functionality a little bit here, so we can all see what's going on. So that means that I would need to have okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is that we are going to grab this thing. So we're going to just set everything to that. Then we're going to go to 10. Let's go to 20. I'm going to pull this back. There. Then I have that going on. Then we click the trigger. I'll animate that like this. That's gonna be the trigger right now. There we go. So click the trigger, which here will release this thing. That's gonna slam pretty fast. Whoop, like that. And that will trigger this thing. There we go. There we go. And then over here, we'll push this thing forward. Oh yeah. So then we need that thing to become. The problem is that it's following it right now. Let's see here. So then this thing needs to go back to where it was, which was there. And this thing needs to go back to where it was, which was there. Dook. And then maybe here. This thing gets just a little bit like this. Like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a cheap and dirty way of doing it. Okay. And then we have, I know this is not the most exciting thing or whatsoever, but it helps break down all the components. And then once I have a little bit of that animation and the, not exactly the timing, but the feel for how everything works together, then I have these very specific shapes that I can start using. And then we can, and then from there it's just making the gun kind of look sexy, you know. So I have this bolt here. That's gonna go over there. Then when I push this thing, when I start pushing that thing, then I actually want this thing to become reset. So I'm gonna put it here. Then here I'm gonna select to cursor. Oh, why is there two? Because I just duplicated it. Is that what I did? That's smart. Select to cursor. There we go. So that's coming over here. So that thing needs to come here, and then from here, I need it to be here. There. And maybe we'll do it like oh, that's not what I want. Maybe something like that. That. Yeah, okay, so that is essentially how the gun is working. It's a little bit hard to see with this thing here, but maybe if I show it like this, then we'll say the first thing that happens is that we clock the gun backwards, we click the trigger, this that's where all the energy has been stored, that thing goes forward, hits the bolt, it flies out, then we push the handle forward, then a new bolt drops in. I mean, it's kind of cool, you know, like it has a mechanism that feels believable. You know, that's kind of the thing. That's what this is all about. Okay, awesome. So that's kind of that, and we're already kind of having a shape for our gun going on here. And we're holding it, and then we can kind of... Oh, I just dropped something. Okay, we're holding it, we can kind of... And then... okay, that's interesting actually, because if you're holding it like this, then maybe you just want to let go, like a bow, kind of, like... Or do you want to click it? And then bring it back in, and then... It feels like it's a bow more than anything else. So maybe that's gonna be the handle. Like you, and then you let go, and kind of like a gas pedal or something on a bike, like a motorbike. Then maybe that's the type of handle we're dealing with. Okay, some proportions that are not super awesome. I do wish this thing was a little bit wider. And things like that. And then that's kind of a good shape here. Could feel a little bit sleeker. Something along those lines, maybe. We got something that is a bit more. Something that's like this. Is that kind of the way it should be? Oh. Because then what's nice is that we still have this animation of everything. That's kind of the thing that I want. Because then I can plan everything like that. Oh, what's going on there? Okay, it's just this thing. How to aim? Well, we put on some iron sights and things like that. So we aim down sight, right? This makes the weapon pretty dynamic. I like that. This thing obviously doesn't look super awesome right there. This thing needs to have its own little... Okay, so we gotta figure out how we make this main compartment here. So how do we think about that? Because this whole thing could be one with this one. Let's see here. This thing doesn't really need to be that complicated. So it could be something like that. This could be something like that. Just some extra bulk here. Control H. Maybe this thing could also just come out a little bit like that. Yeah. Then maybe this can come down here. Like that. Okay. Yeah, we probably need to cut some of these bits into two, so I kind of want to have these things combined. Gonna hide this, isolate this. Gonna make sure I can... Oh, I should have done that before I did those undercuts, but a little too late. I do this kind of stuff all the time where I have to come in and redo some things. Oh, like that. Maybe it'll be easier to just remake those faces actually. First is there. Face, face, yeah. Face and mirror. Like that. That's cool. Then I would love to have this kind of thing intersect here like this. Don't like that much. I always found you just have to kind of take your time with these things to get something good. Okay, nice. Nice. We got this thing here. No. Let's see. Can you actually aim when you pull the whole thing back? I think you can aim. Like, so you're holding it like this. So you're if you're pulling with your right hand, then your left hand is on this part, and then you're pulling the whole thing because this thing is stuck in your shoulder, so the whole thing is not moving. So you're looking down side, and then you're kind of just like, and then letting go, and then it shoots. So it's, I think it makes sense. I also love doing these kinds of views, like a first-person view. It's always a great way of designing a gun, you know, for a game or something like that. That's super fun. Okay, let's see here. Bevel. If I bevel this, do I get what I would like? Not really, right? I get something, but not really the big thing. Oh, I do like some of this stuff. Maybe it's the kind of thing where you could, if I Boolean and then, oh, how does that do that? You say go intersect, self-intersect, intersect, Boolean, self-intersect, intersect. Okay. Didn't work. Intersect. Which by distance? That didn't work. Let's bring this back. What we had. I want this thing to be a little bit more of one, like a one solid piece, and this is not really doing it for me now. What if we try, I never used this one, the quad remeasure. Preserve sharp, why not? Oh, I should probably apply it. Okay, let's apply this. Let me go to quad remeasure and we try this. Preserve sharp. What? Oh, it's because of the... No, they should all be triangle faces. Will it then do it? Okay, that it doesn't want to do that. What if we remesh this thing? The quad remesh, it just never works. You want it to be a little bit nicer. Remesh. What do I get here? Oh, actually, this is not too bad. If I give it a little bit more. That's a little bit too much. And smooth shading. Then I get the stuff that kind of flows together here. I like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. This flow together state. And then I can start doing some cutting into it. So when I have a cut along this side here, we're gonna put that into there. Yeah, exactly. Then mirror to the other side along that one. That's fine. Because then you'll get these like nice little cuts that you wouldn't get otherwise. Maybe I should do that the other way around. So that is there, and then this could become like a nice inset for like another piece or something. Yeah, exactly. Let's try that. Let's try here. Yeah, that's cool. That. Let's try this here. So minus, duplicate this and then intersect. Then we get this nice cut. And then it could be good to start throwing on some materials just to see what we got going on here. And then here, inside this thing, I'm gonna duplicate this thing and just make sure that it is visible and it says solid. Then this thing will become... Oh, should I do it a different way actually? I could do it like this instead. That's smarter. Like this, and then I mirror this to the other side. Yeah, that seems good. And then this one, I get this one here, and I set to intersection instead. Then I can control this with this thing instead here. Then I can do this kind of stuff. There we go. So this to bevel. Then I can get that. Then a new material maybe. Darker metal, metallic like that. Oh, not that dark. Something like that. Cool. And then we have this chamber thing here. Let's try to cut that off there. And you have that thing, so we need a little bit of something there to cut this stuff. And we could just give us a little bit of like this kind of stuff here. Then we can create a little inset like this, which can be great. awesome. Then we have that thing going on there. So we're starting to get that shape. So now I want to create. Oh, we could create the exit for this thing. Let's just give this a color also. Like that. Starting to get some kind of gun here. Maybe this thing could be a little bit less rough. More plasticky. Kind of cool. Goes to be red. Yeah, red. Maybe we can even give it that material that the other one had, but this so far feels pretty good. Yeah, actually that looks quite nice. I have that going on there. Then I can put in some little bolts and pieces, but we'll get to that. Right now we just need to check the thing here. So maybe we can create this whole stock thing here. That thing and how that attaches. So the thing is that those two things need to be connected. So let's get rid of that. 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 Let's technically get rid of this. These things just need to be connected now in a good way. And technically this is also not supposed to be there right now. Oh, what's that bolt doing there? What? Is it shooting out of place? It shouldn't be shooting out. Then, oh, it's because we were returning to the thing. I see. We just need this to be right there. Oh, nope. Right there. There, there. Going down into the thing. That feels good. Yep. I gotta go. Can't wait to see the finish. Hope you'll have a good one. And HF, yes, that's 100%. Thanks for joining so far. The full one will be uploaded, of course, as always. Thanks for joining. What did Schultz write there? Like I like the rough shapes for a more 80s retro sci-fi look. Yeah, I mean I also really like. I mean I guess with rougher shapes you mean kind of more like boxy kind of stuff. I definitely also really like that kind of stuff. Okay, we need this thing to connect here in a good way. So it's the so maybe it needs to all connect from below. All this like ammo pack stuff is going to be up here, so we can't really use that to connect it all. But there's this bit here around here, but I kind of want that to look. I mean, it should be durable because it is where the impact is. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking down there with that thing actually. So let's just get rid of that, and that, and that. Then we have this guide there, and this thing can be like this. And you know, this thing can be a lot more sharp. So contrast with this like soft red thing, we can have something very sharp here. Let's see here. Can we just pull it all the way and then maybe do something where we do this and then we station there. Maybe like this. And we say not individual, but like a big thing like that. Then we're gonna be like, yeah. Maybe just here, 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 and here. that. Actually, this could be also like that. And then maybe this thing can kind of come out like this. And then this can clamp onto the thing. Like that maybe. Then maybe here, 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 here. Something along those lines. Yeah, and then we want to cut this bit out there. So I can use this Boolean I have over here. Come on. Come on. There we go. So right now it's still intersecting with that big guy, but we're gonna make him go away. Like that. Why is it not intersecting? That's strange. Wait, what? Why is it not intersecting with this stuff here? What? Okay, selection. Oh, was that why? That could have been why. It's the mirror function. There. Music though, it's out of this world. Okay, let's see, we have no mirror on it, of course, so we're gonna have to mirror this to the other side. Like that, that sounds great. Materials. And we got that kind of thing going on. I missed the orange. These guys, we will pimp them up later. Will be great with a little more detail on that thing. Here we can put some stuff there. That's great. Oh, what if you use a different mat cap? Like something like the sculpting mat cap. Schultz writes, should there be some kind of hydraulic function? I mean, what I'm imagining is that it's this kind of magnet compression thing that we're talking about, and then you pull the gun all the way back, and then there'll be this compression thing. Yeah, that doesn't work so well. Oh, actually, just the studio one. That's fine. But hopefully you can see how kind of thinking about the functionality gives us some interesting shapes to work with, and it gives us these little, you know, mechanical problems we need to solve, and or spatial problems we need to solve. It's like, okay, for this thing to go here, for that thing to go there, then the things have to come together. And hopefully with this big thing, you know, like if you were seeing it in a first person view, then maybe you'd see this big thing kind of moving, and then, you know, you'd get that slam. That's kind of what I would love to see. Oh, I can't figure out if I should maybe, you know what? I think I should. I'm gonna pull this. Oh no, I'm gonna pull this further back, and then see what I get from that. So we get that kind of separation there. Yeah, it just feels. It feels a little bit nicer. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This is kind of dope. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. You know, get some bathroom time. Think about guns. And so see you all in 5 minutes. And we're back. We're back. So if you're watching this on the toilet right now, then you better get. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can watch this wherever you want. But we're gonna continue on this gun. But let's just see if we can find a topic to talk about. You know, I always, with some tasks, I have a really good time working, especially if I'm doing something else. I think when I'm doing this kind of thing, it'd be great if I had something to talk about. Also, that's why I really encourage people to ask questions, because I tend to be quite. With some things, I think this kind of a task is a good task for me to engage with something else whilst making it. I tend to actually put on a series or something, having it on the left side, and then my brain kind of zones out the series as I'm working. It works that way. If I just have to work on the thing, then I start thinking about other things. Unless I am programming or writing or something like that, then I need 100% attention. But I encourage questions. But something we could talk about is, I assume a lot of the people watching are into using Blender and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's called ADHD, but whatever. Like, I don't have I don't have diagnosed ADHD, but I probably have undiagnosed ADHD. But I make do. I'm a high functioning individual, so it's all good. I think I have just over the years generated lots of awesome coping mechanisms, so that's really cool. I assume lots of people here are into Blender and that kind of stuff. So has anyone been watching some of the stuff from BlenderCon? Ooh, BlenderCon. Lots of stuff at BlenderCon. This music is a little bit distracting. Turning it down here a little bit. Did anyone watch any of the stuff from BlenderCon? Anything that people are excited about? I am kinda interested, especially in the next Blender film that they're doing. So the next Blender Studio film called Project Gold, because they're going to be exploring a lot of geometry nodes stuff, especially having geometry nodes as tools. So basically the idea is that you can make a geometry node setup, and then that can become an operator or like a function in Blender that you could use on stuff. Like for example, maybe you have one that creates a bolt or something. So you click a place on your mesh, and then you can say, oh, generate bolt, and then it creates a bolt. Or maybe something that creates welding seams by, you select an edge and then you say make into welding seams, then it duplicates the edge, turns it into the curve, gives a little bit of a noise displacement, and then you have like a welding seam kind of stuff. Like those are some tools I've been thinking about potentially making with when this thing comes out. I think you can also already kind of use it in the alpha state. But let me know if there's anything that's saw a bit of the use of the grease pencil in the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Verse or whatever the name is. Yeah, there's I saw a bit of that stuff too. That was kind of cool. But Project Gold, I think that's gonna be cool. Lots of things they're doing there. There wasn't any like really awesome like presentations. There was one from, what's his name, Dylan Goo or something. Goo Studios or something. They're doing Goo Engine, which is like a NPR rendering engine. Lots of really cool features that they have for that engine that I wish existed in stock Blender. And yeah, and Goo Engine is basically, you know, they are, I got something with teeth, sorry. They're making their own version of Blender. It would be awesome though if they could just work on a NPR engine, but that wouldn't work with the synergy between Eevee and Cycles. But it would be cool if they could have like an NPR rendering engine inside of Blender. Okay, let's see here. We need for this handle thing to be able to slide back. because right now it's just intersecting with this beam, which is okay. No, actually, let's finish this thing up and that connection at the top. Yeah. So let's do the handle thing afterwards. We've got that thing there, with that thing there. So this thing is the thing that's kind of going to be containing basically the power source, or in a way, or the thing that's going to allow the user to do what they do. So let's make it this kind of like dark thing. And I'm actually going to get, ooh. You know, like when you get this like plastic that has this kind of like gnarly, bumpy texture. I'm feeling like maybe this should have that texture. It is a little bit early to jump into that, but it can help me visualize some things sometimes. And the way we're gonna do it is that we're gonna grab a Voronoi. I really like this trick actually. So, see, we got this going on here, but I'm gonna set it to object, and then I'm gonna turn on the randomize. And then I'm gonna set this to 25. And then we can, we could do it with like a gradient. That could be kind of cool. Let's see here. Geonodes are, they can be elusive, I think. I've only gotten just slightly into it, and I do see their potential very much. But I haven't really got into. But I make this habit of like not trying to make too many tools with geonodes. Instead, what I do is that like I work on something. I'm like, oh, maybe there's a good geonode solution for this, and then I just try to do the geonode setup from scratch. That way, I get slowly familiar with these smaller things with geonodes. So I make it a part of my. Like every time I do something, I try to do maybe something with geonodes if I can. Just like even if it's something like a circular array or you know, turning a curve into a something something very simple, just to get it under my fingernails. Let's see here, like this, ease maybe. You know, so kind of getting this like this kind of bumpy texture here. That's kind of what I wanted. It has this like grip surface. Actually, it looks kind of good. Kind of like it. Rendering it here. Yeah, this actually is kind of cool. Okay, that's cool. Maybe this plastic is a little bit too. Is it too rough? Or is it too not rough? Let's see here. Let's keep it at that for now. Metal. Down in roughness. A little bit darker here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. This compartment here, I kind of need that to be something different. You know, I'm thinking like when lithium batteries and stuff are stored in they kind of have a certain quality in the material. I wonder what we can get out of this thing here. I kind of want to have something happening there, but maybe I can insert some stuff. I'll try out like this here first, and then we'll try this kind of stuff. No, not really the shape I want here. Let's try giving it a bevel instead. Not a huge fan, but maybe I can. I want to bulge this out somehow. Maybe we can do it like this. You know what? Like that. This music is kind of nice. Very chill. That. Like that. Then we can get this thing to bulge out here. Yeah, it's not super pretty. Let's see here. You know, I still get comments sometimes on YouTube where, so what's that wrote? Somebody called Truth Serpent. And they wrote a comment. I just want to see if I can find it. Let's see here. YouTube Studio. Comments. I got this comment from Serpent Truth, sorry. Who wrote, "Your voice is so soothing, dramatic, and beautiful." And I'm like, thanks. But I've gotten a lot of these comments that say that my voice is soothing, or it's calming, or that it's nice and relaxing, or whatever the hell it is. And the crazy thing is, like, when growing up and you know you hear your own voice in tapes, I always just I genuinely had like an inner fear of like, oh, my voice is so annoying. I really I genuinely thought I could be objective about like, no, my voice is really annoying. I just felt like I had an annoying laugh and all those kinds of things. And then doing YouTube and then realizing that is like, you know, more than one person's like, this is soothing, that you have a good voice. I'm like, wow, it genuinely turned my world around. It's really strange. I'm very grateful that for people saying it, because it lifted like a whatever you call that, an insecurity or something. Not that I was incredibly insecure. I was secure enough to actually put my voice out there, but that is nice. It's very nice. So super grateful for that in a really weird way. Like a vocal fry, it's smooth, deep. Well, that's good. That's good, but it also makes me question that maybe people not actually listening to what I'm saying. Maybe they're just like, nah, I'll just listen to this guy's voice and then that'll sound fine. Oh, I don't like the shape of this thing, but maybe I should just deal with it. But how should I deal with it? Should I? Oh, I still don't like the shape of this thing. But I did like it more when it was like that. Okay, let's do that. Then I want to cut in some things here. Okay, like that. Oh, music. Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't hate their own voice? I mean, that's the thing. I think it's just a universal truth. I mean, and sorry to say, but some people do have annoying voices, and and that's just how it is. I just thought it was one of them. So that was a big. Maybe I am. Maybe these people are just oblivious, or maybe somebody will find my voice annoying. Like that. Do I need to intersect with the thing? It seems like that would be a smart thing to do. Boolean there. But then you want to have it. Why isn't there an option to like offset the Boolean? I would love that. I would love an option to offset a Boolean. Yeah, the thing about your own voice in your head and stuff like that, right? I think that's the thing you're alluding to, Plexiglass. Like you hear your own voice a certain way in your head, and then you get used to that, and then when you hear yourself on tape, then it's like that thing I think when people are in those rooms that are incredibly silent or something, then it feels off-putting because you suddenly hear your voice the way that everyone else hears it, or something like that, because it's so silent that something happens there. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna intersect there. Sounds good. Unlink materials, like that. Cool. Then we can also grab another thing here. This, like that. Oh, that's not good. Let's try fast. Okay, that works a little bit better. Fast. Then we need to bring that to the other side. Mirror. Sure. How do I move the two edges side to side? Who is AB? How do I move the two edges side to side? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Scale, it was probably scale, yeah. So bring these things up, timeline, just seeing, yeah, that thing can slide in there, and then bam! Man, look at this, it kinda has something to it. It is interesting, the whole voice thing. I think, I don't actually know when I hear my, okay. I also know there's a big difference between hearing my voice through, a phone camera thing, and then if I hear my voice through this microphone, then it's you know, then it's a different experience. When it's a nicer microphone, then it sounds nicer, for sure. And I can listen to my voice a lot easier with this microphone here. Okay. I want to bring that in. So I should create some kind of shape there. Oh, because that has that thing. So maybe that thing should have been connected to this thing. Would that have been cool? Yeah, that could have been cool. Then maybe I can get rid of that thing. But then I needed to connect to this thing down here somehow. I do not like this split right there. That is not a good split. This is not a good split either. That feels more appropriate, but still not what you would want. Ugh, and the other side, damn it, actually. I regret everything. I do not like this transition here. Maybe I can figure this out a different way. Okay, I got that going on, I got that going on. This thing is quite heavy duty right here. Maybe I can slim that down a little bit. Yeah, nice, 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 nice. And then maybe this thing can just cut that off. That seems appropriate there. Right, yeah. This thing about like your voice, and then I just have a tendency to mumble just across the board, and I definitely know that it's it has to do with the way I think. You know, I definitely have a strong thing where I think way faster than I speak. So it's like blah, 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 and then the thoughts and the words, they kind of, you know, just mix together. Because whenever I am talking to, you know, a grandparent or something like that, then I make an extra effort to enunciate and speak properly, and pronounce all the words and make all my sense. And it sounds a lot nicer when I speak, and I kind of annoyed that I don't just do that every time. It's and I think, you know, there's a thing where you there's a thing where you I think if you have a deeper voice, then that kind of goes hand in hand. I don't have a particularly deep voice. I think I have a deeper than average voice, but that's kind of it. But deeper than average is still nice, I guess. It does mean I was able to learn to do like throat singing and stuff like that, so that's kind of cool. Like, wait, can I do it in the microphone? Wait, oh, okay, I'm a little bit hoarse. Like that. that's a thing. Okay, I got that going on there. I got that going on there. Yeah, like throat singing. Like Mongolian throat singing. Throat bass is that party trick and a half. There you go. Well, if you beatbox, then you can probably do that too. I learned it through Mongolian throat singing, like not through beatboxing or something clever like that. It's actually my friend, like a girl, who taught me, and it's much harder for girls to do. Like you have to have a very specific voice. It's easier for men. But she kind of taught me through going like ah, like that kind of a thing, which is I just find extremely funny. And then I learned, and it's kind of this thing where you do it for 2 weeks or something, and then your voice is just damaged, but then you kind of crack the code, and then it starts working. Let's see here, subtract here, we get this nice slid, and then maybe I can also get a cool other shape here, maybe something along these lines. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I'm wondering if I should start applying some of these things to not have all these modifiers, because I'm just not going to be moving them. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to start applying these things. I could keep those things around there. Don't need that thing. What does this thing do? This doesn't do anything right now. Cool. Visual geometry to mesh. Visual geometry to... Oh, no, I'll wait with that one a little bit. Back here, that's fine. Okay, cool. Let's see. What do we got here? We want to get this one. I kind of want to use this one as the thing, but first I gotta connect this one down to this stuff here, which I've been talking about for a while now. So now it's gonna happen. How do we do that? Then we need to figure out this thing here. You know, this thing kinda, we don't need that there. We just need something. Like that. Just like that. Then how should we connect to this thing? I'm thinking maybe we do something along these lines here. that. And then maybe we can have this kind of a thing going on. Then we just need to cut into this. But maybe no, it can't be there because we need to have that railing going through. So maybe that's just what it looks like here. Like that. And then maybe, do we really do it like this? Do we want it to be round? Yeah, we'll have it be round, I think. Let's get this stuff also here. Then we're gonna be subtracting a whole bunch of stuff from this thing afterwards. Did I see the trailer from the new Planet of the Apes movie? No, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'll watch the trailer. That sounds awesome. I love the Planet of the Apes stuff. It's just super awesome. But I did actually see some unreleased concept art for the new movie at a con, like in northern Denmark. So that was kind of cool. And I just went to Kind of Art, so that was cool. It was just here in Copenhagen. I had a great time, met a lot of people. That was super cool. Like that. Like materials. Cool. Then we need this thing that can roll back here. And we need that thing here. The FNAF movie? Don't know if FNAF is. Is that like Final Fantasy? What the hell is FNAF? Oh, maybe this thing is just broader. So then I can have this thing going on. Yeah, oh, that's what I want. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Very good. Five Nights at Freddy. Oh, right. No. It's not really my thing, but so no, I did not see that. Da-da. 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 Here. this will work. Don't think it will. It did kind of work. It's not great. Oh, that's not good. It did not work. Let's get back to whatever we had before. I'm not the best with this kind of hard surface stuff, but this is actually going decent, I think. If I must say so myself. Let's just apply everything we got here. Then we'll remove this. We'll get this shape here and we'll say it should be renderable to everything. And solid. Then we'll also bring that all the way in here. I think. Wait, no. So the bolt is there. That's good. So that's gonna. This thing should be part of this thing, I think. Then this thing can. This thing can do this. Or how was it that it looked? Oh right, it's actually this thing that I'm just saying stuff right now. Like this here. There we go. And then this thing can have nope, not sculpt. There and cylinder. And yeah, 24, that's fine. Like this, and like this. So we'll take this, Control J, like that. And this thing here can come out. We'll save. Oh my god. How to save? Thank you. I will save. I just need to do this. There we go. Okay, I'll save. I just joined instead of saving. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the save reminder. I do actually appreciate it. You know, I should actually just stream all my work so that I'll remember to save. You know, problem solved. But then you'll have to watch me work all the time, and I'm pretty sure you have a life too. But that would that might actually be a solution. Okay, so I got that thing going on there. This is a little bit too aggressive. Because it slots in there. That's kind of the idea there. And then that thing kind of needs a thing up here. That could be a little bit more like that, kind of. There we go. Why is it? Okay. this should have yet. Right, I can have that thing. Then it's separated. Then we need a thing here for the bolt thing. This is the thing that pushes the bolt. So that's gonna have its own little, like that. Like that. Probably a thing like that. And then for now it's gonna have this material, like material. There we go. And then what? Should the bolt stick out? Is that cool? Then we have, I mean, it's stupid if the bolt sticks out. That doesn't make any sense. No, that's not good. It would be cool if you could see the bolt though. That I didn't really consider that, but whatever. We got this pump action thing going on right here. We got some cool stuff happening here and there. We just need to create a better transition between those things. But let's deal with that after. Lost those things. Oh, it's because they're not following. Right. Control P, object transform. There we go. That's good. That looks kind of cool. Kind of liking that. Maybe I can be a little bit sneaky here and just decrease the size a little bit. That should get something a little bit nicer. Okay. Ja. Duk. Duk. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. Let's see, so we need that little bit there. So I need to create something that's housing here. Maybe we can have something that kinda envelops this area as well. I like all this overlap here. That's nice. That's gonna create a good. That just creates a good look when everything is coming together. And this thing is going there and melding together with that. It'd be great if. But then I have this core thing here that needs to come together, and we'll need to remove the inner of this thing. So whatever we can create right here. That's the question right now. So let's bring something up here. Let's do this here. Let's see if we can get that there. We have this big thing coming up here. Let's see what we get from this. Ooh. Yeah. Something like that. doesn't work. But maybe if I... Does that work? Guns is a cool topic. Welcome, Dakota. Yeah, we're deep into it. So yeah, we got this gun that kind of... Wait, where's the... So we got bolts in here, and then you pull back the entire handle, and then this little thing releases. Click the trigger, boom! It shoots the bolt out. And then when you pull the handle back to where it started, that reloads the new bolt. That's kind of the action here. So it's like whoop, shooting the bolt, reload, and then repeat. I have given up on ZBrush a long time ago. I also mentioned earlier in the show that if you want to do this kind of stuff, I recommend using something like plasticity. Plasticity is a really good tool for that kind of stuff. But you can get pretty far in Blender still. I use Blender exclusively for these things, just because it is the most versatile tool out there, bar none. And I'd rather just learn all the little tips and tricks in Blender and be proficient there, even if a different tool would be a little bit faster, just because the synergies between the different tools in Blender might allow you to create something unique that you can't create anywhere else. And I think it's the most likely that you'll find that synergy in Blender because there's so many different tools. So even if it is slower to do some of the things in Blender that you could do in Plasticity, for example, or in ZBrush, or whatever you're doing, then the potential for those synergies is what keeps me there. I don't like this thing. Don't like this thing right here. Maybe I'll cut into it or something. Maybe I like it more. Actually, yeah, do like it a little bit more. Mirror there. Oh, by the way, does anyone experience in selling on ArtStation? Any tips or anything? I did try selling on ArtStation, selling some courses, but I had way better traction on Gumroad and those kinds of things. That's all experience I have with it. Basically, that's what I can say. Is that yeah. It was like people couldn't find stuff on ArtStation. I don't think the criteria for selling stuff on ArtStation is that great. People just don't see it for some reason. At least in my case. But if you have something really good to sell, then maybe it's a different story. The open barrel design, I think the bolt is in here, but it could be cool if you could see the bolt, because technically this is supposed to be the magazine. Oh wait, this is the magazine. Then how the hell are the bolts gonna go in there? Oh, that's kind of cool. So then that's gonna intersect with that thing. That makes this a moot point. So it goes there, goes there, goes there. Oh, you thought this was the... Right. That also looks kind of cool, like shooting the other way. Like that. Oh, this is the punch. Like it's a punch. 17 views, right? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And I think people just, it's a hard place to sell. I think Gumroad has a bit more natural traction, and that kind of stuff. So it's it could be worth looking into. And then, you know, I've obviously sold some courses and things. You just gotta have a lot of marketing for your things to sell it. It's kind of hard, I think. Okay, let's see here. So I got that thing there. Maybe I should do this thing. You know, I'll do that there. So it goes there, then it goes like, wait. So it goes there. Then that thing shoots forward along that thing. It means that there's some kind of rail on this one. So it needs to go all the way in here. So that can become like this. Don't hate. Oh yeah, I mean, oh. Yes, no, there's some cool there's some cool stuff in Destiny. I think Destiny is one of those things that the highs of like stuff that looks like the looks wise in Destiny, the highs are really high, but also I think the lows are pretty low. And I think overall the entire IP is a little bit too inconsistent for my taste. But they have some stuff that looks so effing good. I think is it called the Scarlet Keep or the Witch Queen's Keep, and then the Scarlet Keep, and everything there from that looked really, really good. And then some of the first stuff that was done for the IP and stuff, very, very good. It's mad respect. Some really cool artists also worked on that IP. Somebody in particular that I think are super cool, done some really cool things, is Gabo Garza. Don't know if you guys know who that is, but super cool dude. Don't know him personally or anything like that. I just like his work. So so that's that. There we go. Manifold. Let's try. No. Let's try it. Oh no, that's not the way to do it. There. Why do I have these? I don't need these ones. Just makes it complicated. This is a rail. There we go. I don't know what to do. Like, you can scroll back and watch it. I'll just keep going with this rail. Metal. Oh, then that has to go through that one. Okay, okay, okay. We'll delete this. Then we'll bring this back here. How can we do that? Like that. And then maybe we can bring that in there. How do we do this? So that thing. So we need to intersect that thing with this thing. You can do it here. Say fast, then maybe that'll be good. Ah, then this thing is this now. That's not what I want. Solid renders, there we go. Then that has been intersected with the thing. No, that's not a good way of doing that. Apparently that's okay. Damn it. Can we do that like that? We need to start applying some stuff here. Let's see here. That has already been applied. So we do that. That's good. What does this one do right now? This one is applied on this one. Let's get rid of this stuff here. That's good. This thing is doing what? Okay, that's the big one. That's fine. Okay, cool. Then let's go here, there, and compute. Then we intersect, then we'll bevel this? Nope, we can't do that. Link material, there we go. Magnetic coil chambers, yeah. Is it like, are you thinking like railgun? Or so you have, you know, lots of magnets and then you're or like circular or coils, I guess you wrote. Well, you wrote magnetic coil chambers. Yeah, this thing is a little bit different. This is like this thing of you have two magnets, you push them together, and then when you release the one magnet, it kind of flies off because you're building up energy. So that's what I'm imagining happening here. Very unconventional, but it's kind of fun trying to do it that way. Oh, actually, then I could. I could take this thing, place it over there. Yep. Then what I need now is to cut out for the handle here. Silence of the William. That's funny. I think that would be a joke to my friends because I talk a lot. I'd be like, oh, finally. He shut up. genuinely. Nice, I got that thing. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Then we got this really monstrosity in the back. We got the impact zone. That's cool. This thing could be a little bit nicer, but we kind of got that thing going on. So I need that to be applied. Apply. So I can have, oh no. Ah, damn it. How do I, why is it so bad at this? Is it this one that's just being bad? Oh, this thing is applied. Can we merge by distance? Okay, something happened there. Oh, is it this internal thing that's just being a complete asshat? Oh, I just want you to work. Can't you just, if I do this here? Okay, then it works. Okay, then we'll simplify that a little bit. That's also okay. Come on. There we go. Maybe this one is called metal, brush metal. This is called dark plast. Maybe we should do a little bit of metal or like material differentiation just so I can find my way around here. Maybe we'll go to Eevee actually and just set on ambient occlusion. This should help define everything a little bit nicer. Trace precision can be high. Distance can be a little bit more, like that. Let's see here, maybe. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted. Nice, okay. Maybe we can get some different lighting going on here. Is that, oh, actually the world thing was helpful. Yeah, actually this one's okay. Plexiglass asks, how do I keep clean topology since you're using Booleans, etc.? I don't worry about the topology at all. I use autosmooth a lot, yeah. So maybe that's what you mean by clean. So if you mean smooth, then I use autosmooth a lot. And my topology is obviously not game ready or anything like that. You can see this is completely stupid. But for my purpose, it's fine because I don't need it to be game ready or anything like that. But then typically what you do is probably like make, if you want to make it game ready, then take this and then you would re-topologize it afterwards, make sure that it works for game. This is a hard surface thing, so the topology is not as important. But to get the kind of the shapes and the smoothness here and there, I use a combination of auto smooth and then just like then I just kind of by habit know what some of the shapes, like which corners comes together to make somewhat smooth shapes. It's something I'm still really learning because it's very much a hard surface thing. I wouldn't say I'm amazing at it yet, but I'm getting there. Who cares? Ask what's a good tricon for FPS count gun? Depends on the kind of game you're making. It could be 100,000 if you just have one gun and it needs to be mega detailed. It could be 100k if you have like 100 polygons if you have a low poly game. So, but I don't know what the things are in Overwatch. Maybe they're like 2,000 or something. Maybe that's even a lot. I think the guns are probably pretty high res because they're in your face a lot. So it depends on the kind of game. There's no right and wrong with those things. Okay. Got that. I do want to have something coming in there. I hate making handles. It's always been a thing that I really dislike making for some reason. So I'm kind of avoiding it right now. Bevel? Does that give me anything? That gives me nothing. Maybe I can give this a little bit of something. Maybe if I give it a Voronoi. Voronoi is just awesome because you can get these like really cool patterns. Like this, like, these kinds of things. And then if you rotate them like 45, something like that, then you can get that kind of stuff. Then if we bring it up a little bit here like this, and then we ramp it, then we can get and then we can change them to these other ones instead. You can get something that's a little bit different. No. Oh, maybe there's something here. That does look kinda interesting. Then I could use that as a bump. Inside the height here, normal. Then we get, oh okay, we get that. Not exactly what I was counting on, but it is kinda interesting. Maybe it's kinda cool. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. It's the nice material differentiation. Then I can kind of tell what's going on here. And there it looks like this. So I definitely need to do something about the back side here. The roughness on this one could be pretty high. I think maybe the color can also have a little bit of an off bluish tint. So I can further differentiate. Yeah, that feels good. Like that. And we can definitely do some edge discoloration and things. How the heck would I actually do that? How would we actually do? Should we do the geometry thing? Geometry. We get pointiness here, we ramp it. It never creates that great results. Oh, then we need to go with cycles. that's not great. I can use ambient occlusion. I can say inside. I can say local only. I can say wrap here. Did I make the entire gun today? Yes, I made the entire gun today. You can just scroll back in the stream. So it took me, right now I spent roughly 2 hours on the gun. Yes, streams are public, so you can just rewatch this at your leisure. Not great. Not great. It's definitely causing a little bit of not great. 0.2. Use this to discolor this a little bit. Mix color like this, there. Bum, bum, bum. Then we're saying that our color is gonna be like that, and then our color here is gonna be like that. Don't like that much. Kind of wanted to point to this. There's that thing where you can, hello one NPC, bevel. There's that thing where you can use the bevel modifier to get a corner instead. Okay, we'll skip that for now because that's not gonna. That's taking off track a little bit. Do I have some materials already? I just want to see if they work. Materials. I wonder what dark metal would look like on that thing. So that gives us an edge already, kind of seeing that there. Dark metal on this thing. What is it using? Maybe a lighter metal here, subsurface. Maybe a brighter metal like this. And a more desaturated metal. Like materials. These are materials that I just made in the past. Like materials. Like materials. Like that. Still looks a little bit raw, this gun here. It's just kinda, it's a little bit technically complicated. But that's the fun bit. That's getting to do those bits. Okay. So we got that there. We need to do this handle thing. How do I do that? Let's see here. I need to have this handle thing. How the hell do I make that? Let's try. How does the handles actually look on like a gun? rifle grip. Let's check that. Yeah, they always look kind of bad. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, I'll try this here. It is the same bolt gun mag not sack. That's just funny. Yeah, mag not sack. Good to have you here. Mag not sack, mag not. No, I can't even say it. That is funny. Got that going on there. And then I want. Something like that. And then like that. And then here I will have this. Do something like that. Do something like that. Then we have it like that there. Da 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 da. Well, who cares? I've been doing this a lot. That's why. I've just been not particularly like hard surface modeling that much, but I've been using Blender a lot. You know, like for many years. So I feel pretty confident, and I think also like I do roll a little bit with the punches. I just know some function, like some beveling stuff. It's like, oh, this will just create a nice-ish shape. And even if it isn't 100% the thing that I might want, then it's still probably good enough. Oh, that's a little bit too high res for what I want, but that's okay. Mirror there. That. Okay, let's try to combine this with whatever we got down here. Oh, that's not in the middle. Okay, well, P there. This thing goes to the middle. There we are. Maybe this thing goes away. This thing needs to be, oh yeah, this thing. It's gonna be the new trigger. Like this here. Well, maybe your 16-hour pistol looks a lot nicer than this this rifle thing. I don't know what your pistol looks like. Maybe it's awesome. Okay, there we go. Then we'll grab this here. asymmetry here. These are just intersecting there. This thing needs to, actually it's clapped back there. So somehow this is the trigger. Not completely convinced that this feels right, but let's just try bringing this in here. No, I've actually technically right now I don't work in the industry because I kind of left the industry just to do my own stuff. But I worked in the industry for a while, and I still sometimes do stuff for the industry, like on a freelance basis. I still keep in touch with the industry also. Most of my friends are in the industry, so. But I kind of shifted gears a little bit to just do my own stuff, which, you know, is like game dev and like a lot of world building, and I still make a lot of art. So I guess I'm still in the industry, but I'm just doing my own stuff. Concept art. I don't do game assets, but I make game assets for my own game. So, but concept art is kind of my trade. Oh, that's not good. I don't really have any great courses for modeling. Mostly the stuff I've done courses for are related to, you know, concept art. But there's some stuff here and there. Okay, let's see here. How does this stack up right now? Timeline. Oh, up. Right, of course, that makes perfect sense. And this thing needs to get cut off somehow. So I need to get a cube there. Fast. Wait. There we go. And then that actually doesn't work so well. Then this thing can be mirrored onto the other side, like this. The handle could be a little bit better, but I also want to kind of wrap this gun, like wrap it up, not wrap it like a car. That would be funny though. Let's see here, materials like that, like materials, like materials. I'm thinking about having a secondary thing be orange, and it could be the trigger. it doesn't look great, but materials. It okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's put this thing together with the mesh. There we go. Shade smooth. Cool. Let's see here what this kind of looks like. This gets dragged back into that thing. That was cool. The trigger gets fired. Doof. That thing and the bolt comes out. Then this thing gets pulled back. Yeah, it's not so bad. York has to see this. Oh, York's Brave. Right. Welcome to the Slingshot channel. I love York's Brave. He's just the weirdest dude. But I mean, he has the greatest job, you know, just like sitting and welcome to the Slingshot channel. I love it. Okay. Yeah. I kind of feel like this material was a mistake. Not really digging it. Or maybe it's because it's nicer when it's in cycles. Right, it's a little bit nicer when it's in cycles. The gun could be a little bit more stylish. It's a little bit rough around the edges, I would say. But it kind of has some cool features here and there. Like, I do think this thing is a little bit too bulky. I kind of wish that it looked a little bit different. I do like this mechanism though. That feels genuine. Like it pushes it back there, boom, and then smack. That feels good. And it creates a lot of dynamicness right here. And I need to create some stuff that's inset here so that it matches with that stuff. There's still a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna go until 11 o'clock and then we'll wrap it up. So I need to hurry up here. Okay, cool. But I got this bolt chamber here that I can use to do some stuff. This needs to be a detachable magazine, so I'm gonna do like this, and then we're gonna start cutting away stuff. There we go. Oh yeah, actually maybe that's cool. It will also do crosshairs, but that's gonna be probably the last thing that I do. I'm gonna do all the detailing and stuff first, and then it's kind of like I got the base unit of the gun itself, and then you can attach crosshairs and stuff on top of it. This is my idea. Like, that's how I'm seeing it. Okay, so I got that going on there. I need that thing to also be cut into this thing. See this here. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, okay. Oh, I do not like those little lips there. That's not good. I'll pull those back, I think. Like that. And then we'll do a different intersection. Cool beans. And then we kind of need this. Oh, should I just apply this? No, I don't want to apply this yet. Then we kind of need this base of something. Mirror like this here. I'm not really in the big talky mood right now. I'm just going ahead on this gun. I wish I could explain a bit more, but this is kind of what's happening. But yeah, as mentioned, this is going to be available afterwards for you to just rewatch if you have the need. So if you feel like you could learn something from this stuff, then you can just rewatch it. Then you could see it. Oh, that's. There we go. This kind of just like base. Duplicate this, and then we're gonna set this to visible, solid. There we are. And then this one and this one can become like this. Oh no, that's not right. There we go. Let's try to split this up into two. This is going to become the chamber for the thing. So let's try to bevel this out here. And then we will give this a glass shader. Do I have a glass shader here? Yeah. Oh, that does not look great. Let's make a new one, call it clear plastic. And this plastic will have an IOR of 1.05, like this kinda, so we can easily see through it. It'll have a thickness of 0.05, like that kinda. Do I still sketch? Like, you mean 2D? I still definitely sketch a lot, like 2D, like in 2D. I don't have anything open, but I definitely still sketch a lot, like drawing-wise. I'm using a mouse, by the way, I you know, I draw a lot still with the pen and stylus, and I use a pen and stylus for sculpting and stuff. But as often as I can, I will use the mouse, simply to have my hand be in a different position than from the pen and stylus. And it's just a way of keeping your hands healthy, to make sure that you vary up the position of them a lot, to avoid carpal tunnel and all those kinds of things. I've never had issues like that, but it's I'm also doing a conscious effort of keeping my hands healthy, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Can I like a yellowy thing? Roughness all the way down, 0.5 even. Got the bolts in there. And then we need some kind of casing for this glass box. It could be that maybe it's just not as many as I have it here. Could have bigger magazines depending on the kind of gun. It was like a dark see-through thing. Yeah, and then like a metal wrap around it. That actually feels pretty interesting. Let's see here. Can I get screen space, reflections, refractions, trace position, max roughness, but then specifically on this one, refraction, so I can actually see through. Yeah, this is great. And then maybe I'll give this an IOR of 1.1 instead, just to have a little bit of refraction going on. Yeah. Let's see here. I still want this and this isolated, and then maybe a little bit of a thing like that. I hope that tidbit about the how I use my hands worked, or has any kind of benefit. I actually really care about those kinds of things. I always advise people to experiment and figure out what works for them. I also think, like, I use a standard tablet. By that I mean I don't have a screen tablet. And I do that to so I can maintain the posture I'm having right now, in that I sit upright, and then my arm gets to lean on the table, and my tablet is actually pushed as far as possible towards the wall facing me, so that my entire arm can rest on the table, and that is to minimize the amount of strain. Like you spend energy like holding up your arm. Like if your arm is just kind of on the edge of the table, you spend more energy trying to precision, like to also holding up your arm a little bit and holding your shoulder up, and you're putting more strain on your wrist, like holding everything. You'd rather put all the load on your arm, like for carrying everything. And so I do that so I can have that position, and because for extended during like periods of time, then it can also cause issues with your motorics and those kinds of things. So I think it's worth figuring out what works for you. And I think, you know, screen tablets and stuff, they can give you way worse posture. Like you're kind of crunching over, like hunching over a thing, and also then you kind of lose the advantage, in my opinion, of having a normal tablet, in that your hand is not in front of the screen. Some people say they have a better feeling for you know, the line to screen ratio, because you're drawing exactly that line. I mean, I'm also used to drawing with pencil and things, but I think it's just a thing you get used to. And for me, the sacrifice is definitely worth it. As in, you know, what maybe I lose in like drawing precision, I gain in not having my hand in front of the screen and things like that. Lara Starslayer writes, I have a mobile armrest that clamps to the desk to hold my arm up. Okay, cool. I've never heard of that. A mobile arm support. Really, yeah? I guess it's not meant for, I mean, so I guess it's something that people have if they have a physical handicap or something like that, but you just use it as a part of your like drawing routine? Or your drawing setup, or that's kind of interesting. If I'm okay, I will also say that if I'm searching mobile arm support, you mostly get, you know, for people who have lack of mobility or something in the arm, but it's interesting. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, send a link. That sounds, I've never heard about that. That's kind of interesting. You end up sitting like a shrimp. So, you know, I take my legs and I pull them up to the chair, like this. I have insane flexibility in my like, so right now I'm sitting on the chair, kind of. So these are my knees. Looks like breasts now, and I can sit like this for days. So I have a very good squat game. I can also do the thing where you sit down on your ass and then pull my feet in towards my ass, and then I can stand up. And I just always sat like that as a child, so I think the flexibility there is very good. However, I can't reach my toes when I stand up and bend over and reach my toes, and it's because my hamstrings, they are incredibly tight, but my ass is very flexible. So there's some information about me. You can put that on my gravestone. Tight hamstrings, but flexible ass. There you go. Yeah, I think that's pretty good to know. You know, if I die too early or something like that, then you guys will be my sorry, yeah, the people on YouTube live stream, they will be responsible for my funeral. That's how it should be. Absolutely. Oh, I'm not sure that this is great. That's kind of doing something. It's not amazing. It's not amazing, I gotta say. It's not amazing. It is not amazing. I will promise to announce the next stream a little bit earlier, because I do think that would be nice. Because I did kind of just spring this one on you guys. But at least I've been somewhat consistent in the time, so you guys should be able to guess at least when they arrive. Ooh. Let's see here. I want to get that one there, but that also means that this thing needs to come forward. That? Is that how you... doesn't feel right. Maybe just because this whole thing is too tall. Yeah, that's better. X Derp Assassin X, how's that game come? Okay, people just telling me that my knees are gonna be bust. I mean, I don't know. Probably my knees are gonna be terrible. I do think I don't have any pains on my knees, but they do crack. So that's not so good. How is the game coming along? The game is coming along swimmingly, but I haven't done any work for a month because so much stuff kept happening. But I am getting back to it, and now I have to go to London on tomorrow for like 2 days, and then next week is game time. Lara writes, Bontech ergonomic armrest support for desk. Okay, I wanna see here. So it's just this thing. Oh, okay, just like that. I mean, maybe that's nice. There's a sale, guys. Get it now. Don't. Alright, maybe do actually. It depends. Oh, lots of people are happy with it. Smart. A little armrest like that. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. And that's what you want. This is good for you. I just use the table, but I would feel weird, but maybe get used to it. God, crunching knees. Oh. oh. Like that. Like that. I can also feel I'm getting a little bit more lazy with the modeling as the stream is going on. That's not fair either. This is because I'm okay. Now the chat is just like knee surgery. The chat. That's also fine. it's kind of funny. I mean, I feel bad that you guys have terrible knees. Like that's obviously not nice, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Should I? Ooh, double something. No, that's not what we want here. Is this the right glass for this thing? Maybe not. Okay, this will be the magazine for now. Let's color this bolt here and make this bolt a little bit more interesting. Dark metal, maybe there. Maybe some stuff here. Maybe this like this, assign, maybe dark plast. Okay, then that works. Then maybe a ring here of, let's do gold. Okay, and actually gold here, and then maybe the orange, yellow. Why is there a yellow thing here? What's that material called? We'll call it orange. Oh no, that's kind of cool though. There we go. And oh, actually, maybe this one could be assign and gold. Gold. And then, oh, this one was supposed to be orange. Orange, assign. Yeah. And this one could be gold also. So that's the thing here. Then we take that and that. So link materials. Then we got all these colored bolts in here. That looks kind of cool. Then we could have another layer of them maybe. If we say array 1 up, oh, that's the wrong one. 1 up, 0. But they're not rotated correctly. There we go. Bolts, yeah. Then if we just watch our little thing again. Oh no, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna watch our little thing here. I am ready for 4.0. And pow! Poof! And the bolt flies. Then the thing comes back. A new bolt is attached. So we set this to 60. Can I play this? Gets pulled back. Click. Pow. Foof. And then reset. Click. But I hope, I mean, if anyone been watching from the start, then I hope you can see kind of the power of like the way we planned out everything in the beginning, like with the functionality. And then keeping that animation all the way to now, then we kind of got this awesome thing going on here. And we don't have anywhere where the thing can come out, but that kind of stuff is easy to add. So we're gonna put this thing there, and then that thing can get put here also. There we go. Then here we have our little magazine. And the question is just if... Ooh, should that thing be a part of it? Yeah, it should kinda... But that means that this thing looks kinda bare bones, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But we can change that with one simple little cool intersection. Okay, so if we grab this one, we create a new material on it, dark metal, then we create a cube, then we do like this, say control minus, we duplicate this, then we intersect it, and then the thing is that this thing is going to be dark metal. And there we go. That's how we do that. Because then we can remove this thing, and then it still feels like it has a good slot there. Yeah. Bye, Schultz. Awesome having you around. Good night. Okay, I see there's chat stuff happening. I'm gonna keep going with this gun. I want to end at 11, but I just want to wrap this gun. Don't actually know what this thing is rotating around right now. It doesn't look like it's rotating around anything that's smart. Okay, so there, that thing is there. I'm gonna set the origin to the 3D cursor instead. And then it's over here, it's gonna be like, okay, that's not what I want. Oh, oh, oh. Then we're gonna remove these there. Then right over here, we're gonna location rotation. Then over here, we're gonna set it like this. This thing does not work in this color. It also does not work in that color. We do have brush metal. Brush metal? Is that nice? Nope, it's not. Okay, time for some of the finishing stuff. Like a place for the thing to shoot out of. Luckily the bolt is, this is a good tip actually. Like if you wanna make a gun, then hello Dex the Beast. Long time, how are you? I'm very good. Dex the Beast, I know Dex the Beast from what, 10 years ago? From my other YouTube channel. I used to have a Minecraft YouTube channel. And Dex the Beast is all the way from there. So that's kinda dope. That's insane actually if you think about it. I'm very well. How are you? Are you good? I don't even know what you do these days. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing these days, but give us the link to the Minecraft YouTube channel now. I'll just show it to you. This is back when it's called the Evil Sketch. Looks like this. You know, I had like 20,000 subscribers. And I was amazing. Evil Sketch, there you go. That's my YouTube channel. There's some very annoying commentary. I recommend watching this tutorial. It's awful. Minecraft Dragon statue tutorial. I think it's the most watched video I have on this channel. And it's really, really funny because the statue is great, and that was my thing. That was my stick basically in Minecraft. I was doing like statues and teaching people how to make kind of small statues that still look like stuff. And I done this dragon, and people really, really wanted to make this dragon, and the tutorial is awful. Like it's awful. Like it's so bad. And because basically halfway through the tutorial, I like destroy half of what I make and then just remake it, and people are like, why didn't you just cut that bit out? Because people are just watching the video and they're just following it, often in survival, and it is true. Like I could have done that, but I didn't, and then it just became a joke for me and my friends. I was just like raving about how awful this tutorial is, and then at some point I did an updated version of it here, which has 500,000 subscribers also, and it's equally bad. It's also terrible. Like it wasn't even on purpose. I was just terrible. And I think several remakes of the tutorial have happened on YouTube, where people are like, yeah, so the statue is great, but the guy who made it he has no idea how to make a tutorial apparently. And most of the comments are like, oh, thank you for the awesome statue, blah blah blah. But some of the comments are like just hilarious. There's one I remember like really fondly, which was somebody who was like, "Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make this tutorial on a phone?" Right? I'm like, oh my god, you're making this on a phone? So somebody's playing Minecraft mobile back then, which means that they're watching YouTube on their phone, so they have to like play Minecraft, and then back then go back over to the YouTube app, then watch the next couple of steps, then go back to Minecraft, place the things, and then halfway to the tutorial, I just delete half of it, and then somebody's like, "Kill me!" It's like, oh my god, this is so good. It's hilarious. So and I could have continued doing Minecraft actually, because it was going really well, but I decided to have a life instead. Oh, that's, you know, it's all good. I just think it's I'm glad I didn't continue. I know that lots of people were sad that I didn't continue, but I'm glad I didn't, because I got to do other stuff with my life, and that was important. And now I'm much more where I want to be, so that's all great. Okay, we're doing this kind of thing here. That is true. That is exactly true, plexiglass. That's what happened. It's just a cheap way of doing this. It is kind of a cheap way of doing this. But if I give it some frills, like this. Like this, like that. And then like that. Then maybe I can just do that. Then let's see here, let's do I could just use that one actually. So we'll say origin to 3D cursor, array object something something something, like this one here. Rotation scale, rotation scale, 30. Let's do another 15. Then we can do 8. Then we can subtract that. What happened? Did I do, oh, I did 9 instead of 8. Okay. Something like that. Doesn't really fit the style. I was 18 when I was doing the Minecraft stuff. We're kind of like 17, 18. So that's that was a different life, and now I'm 29. Yeah. So that is it's quite How are you doing these days? I've seen a few streams, but only VODs. Didn't get a chance to catch you live. I remember the face reveal. No, yeah, that's true. I did a face reveal back then because that's what everyone did. That was super cool. No epic mustache then. I did have the opposite of an epic mustache, an epic. What's it called when you have? It was basically lip pubes. Let's call them lip pubes. I think that's the only way of getting around that. Maybe something like that. I don't. Yeah, I like that more than like that. Kind of maybe lining up here-ish. Something like that. I'm good. I mean, I'm just doing my own stuff right now, and working on a game, working on a world, you know. So I'm good. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Oh. Windows 11 compute. I have been using Blender since. So I first started using Blender 10 years ago. That's the first time I tried Blender. But then, and I used it a little bit for a project or something. I didn't really get into it. Then I started at university in 2016. And then I had kind of used Blender a little bit right before that also for some reason, and but not for anything specific. And then at university I was learning Maya and ZBrush and all those kinds of tools, and I remember really disliking it in comparison to Blender. There were some bits I liked and some bits I didn't like. Then I kind of in 2017 I got a little bit back into Blender because I was hating Maya so much, and then in 2018 we were doing like a third year project during university as to wrap up the bachelor, and then I decided to use Blender because that kind of coincided with 2.8 coming out. I was following the Blender development and I was hearing that like, oh, we're remaking everything. I was like, oh, that seems like a great time to kind of pick it up, because what they're talking about doing seems like it's going to take the world by storm. And I was right, so that felt great. It really did. The 2.8 thing changed everything, and I would say I've used Blender on a regular basis since 2018. So 5 years now of just like using it for actually professional stuff and things like that. But technically I knew about it for far longer. So I hope that is satisfactory. There. Okay. Cool. This thing is still just like not really anything. see here. A little bit of that stuff there. Cool. I really want to start putting in some bolts. Things like that. Does it seem like the time, or an iron sight? I feel like that's something that people have been asking for. Okay, let's start applying some things here. I think now is the time to apply this thing. Ooh, did it cut something? Let's see what's happening with this thing here. That seems good there. There, nice. There, nice. Yep, that seems good. Okay, nice. Cool. Cleaning up this, that sounds good. Yeah. And this thing can go there. Then an iron sight for this gun here. Selection there. Oh no. This is the thing that's gonna become the iron side. Whoa, what is this? There we go. Kind of wish that this thing was a little bit longer, but it could still become a little bit longer, because you could always do something like this and then pull that out, and that would work. You know, you see what I mean? Like it just looks a little bit nicer. Then I kind of have that thing going on, which I don't know why I have that. I should just have. The colors are kind of cool, no? I kind of like. And then it has that like cool glass thing on the top, and the back is over the top, like. And then it's like a. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, iron sight. We could have something here and we could have something there. So we're just gonna have whatever we have here has to look interesting. We'll do something like this and then 45. It's kind of an interesting iron side, no? Like having it like that. And then we kind of just do this. And then we make this happen. Like maybe I should look at my actual iron sights instead of just this self. Oh, I hate that. I hate that stuff. So it looks like a Mercedes gun. Depending on if you should have like a laser thing or just a regular iron sight. Let's just have an iron sight. That feels enough. But then we could do it like this. That kind of gives it a slight AK vibe in a weird way. Yeah, let's have that. Actually, I kind of like that. And then we need something to this thing like this. Then we get that, we get this here. Then that is lined up there, like so. Then we bring that all the way back over here. And then we have that. Oh, how lucky that that all lined up. It's almost like I planned it. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's so good. Saying like, oh, it's like I planned it, then it's all messing up. There we go. Solidify. Like that. Maybe a little bit less here. And then we can, yeah. Then we have the iron side happening there. Then we just need a little bit of magic from this one here. I'm gonna get that thing there. Ah, that's not good. Like that, maybe. And then like that. Maybe something like there. Let's see here. How's the game going from Dax to Beast? It's I just answered a similar question before, but it's coming along great. I'm still working on a trailer. I'm gonna start working on it again next week, hopefully. But it's coming along. I'm very excited. It's going a little bit slow. I mean, it's game dev. It's just always slower than you want it to be, right? But I am very excited still. There we go. I kind of like that. That's an interesting. That's an interesting approach here. Maybe there's something where the iron side can be adjusted. If you have something like this and then mirror. Okay, yeah, it's just over there. Something along these lines. And then you can do like this, like so. Like that. And then maybe a little knob on the top here. Then we kind of do like that, 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 like that. And then we kind of do like that, like that, like that, like that. Yep. And then this thing will say select, checker select. Checker deselect, there we go. And then we can do like this. And then we have this kind of thing. We can put on this material here. It's the little details, you know? It's the little things, then it feels a little bit more real. And then the idea is that maybe they can adjust like that or something like that. It's not the best. It can be like that. Single player. It's there's 2 videos about it on the YouTube channel, on the Critical Giants YouTube channel. We're on the 4-hour mark soon. Damn. Okay, I need to wrap this up. This is just going for so long. I'm impressed if anyone's still like, you know, like, oh, is this ever gonna be done? There. This has just been bothering me for a while, so I'm gonna do this. Intersect, and it's gonna be like that, and this is gonna have linked materials there. There we go. Or maybe gold. No, that looks awful. Yeah, 4 hours plexi. Like, I know it's awful. I know. But somehow I got into making this gun. And I'm looking at this color and I'm like, maybe it should be like yellow. Oh, I don't know. All these colors. I'm kind of feeling the orange. Maybe this kind of off color. We're getting close though. Look at the gun. Look at the gun. We are definitely getting close. Delete. There we go. Don't know what this is supposed to do. There we go. Don't know why that is there. Yeah, no more Booleans. Delete. There we go. Oh damn. I didn't apply that one. That's not so good. That was one of the ones I had to apply. Made a mistake. Made a boo-boo. We just need to quickly remake that. my legs are starting to hurt for some reason. I think it's because I'm sitting so comfortably that my legs are like, oh my god. Can't you I just want to put in bolts. That's the one thing I want to put in. Oh, up. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Now I can put in all those little details. I'm gonna go lightning speed right now. Save. Save. There we go. Materials. Maybe. I would love to add damage stickers. That's gonna be a different time. I don't have time for it during the stream, but I have been thinking about it, like getting like some nice stickers, some nice text here and there. That'd be awesome. Like that. Maybe this thing can come in like this. Yeah. I wonder what this would look like if it was metal. Not as good. Very plasticky metal right there. Maybe we can get a clear coat on it also. Let's see. Okay. We gotta create a little bolt here. There we go. There we go. Wait, what? All right, I have to do it like this. Like that. And I get that. That's a weird bolt head. Then just give me metal there. Oh, actually, brush metal. Wrong one. Brush metal. There we go. Okay, and then you can just take these and put them in random locations around your thingy-majig. Da-da-da-da-da. Usually around the places where stuff attach. I never figured out this bit down here, but maybe it's fine. But in here I want a couple of these ones. Maybe something offset. Oh, I never got to this thing over here. We'll put a bolt in. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. It's not the. I kind of like the mechanism. I think overall the gun looks okay. Material-wise, it could be a little bit more interesting. But this is kind of what we got. It's a gun. It's a gun. I think I'm gonna wrap it here. Still not sure about the color. Ooh. No. Oh yeah. It's kind of cool. We needed a name for the gun, though. We need a name for the gun. Maybe it's more like. We need a name for the gun. Just gonna watch this animation one more time. Choo, 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 choo. That's dope. Choo. Oh, what is that? Ah, should probably get that. There we go. The William Boom. the William Boom. It's the wax mag. Okay, we need to end the stream. It's been absolutely lovely and great having everyone on board, and lots of great stuff from the chat today. Appreciate all the people who stuck around. I know that there's some people here in the chat who stuck around from the very beginning till the end, and that's super awesome. Obviously the stream will be available to rewatch if you want to watch some of the techniques, etc, etc, etc. I think we actually ended up with something that looks kind of cool. Material wise we could have done a little bit better, but that's its own task. But functionality wise I think we got a great deal. I kind of wish that these features here were a little bit more, you know, like etc. But we are gonna be wrapping it up. As always, we want to end on tax evasion tip. For some reason that's just the way we do it. And the tax evasion tip of tonight is to find a profession that doesn't pay taxes, and then regardless of what you do, just make what you do look like the profession that that avoids taxes. It is an actual technique you can use. I know that people have done it. We're like, well, it's like, oh wait, what? You don't do that? It's like, yeah, kinda. You know, if I, it's like, oh okay, that doesn't sound. That doesn't sound like that. So that's it for tonight. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back. We'll be back again next week. See you all. Good night. Have a good one. and